All right, well, today is August the 9th, 2018, and right now at 10 p.m., we have a temperature of 78 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 39%, the dew point is 51 degrees, and the barometer is up at 30.02, which is exactly what we had forecasted. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these California map here real quick. This is the western U.S. water vapor map. We have a hurricane, or rather a tropical storm approaching. This was a hurricane. This is a John, tropical storm John, with 60-mile-per-hour winds. We can see that the storm is being redirected by high pressure away from California. This was moving sort of right up the coast. Now it's being pushed away. We can see high pressure being installed. There's no moisture on this side of the hurricane. And all day long, we have been watching how California is not getting any moisture. This morning, I had no time to do a video, but we saw a cutout here. We see the state of California, the border, no moisture getting in. This was all moving north, and it looked just like a cutout. So, and that's what we're basically seeing now. These skies were full of ash from the fires today, which basically took the place of the chemical aerosols that are normally sprayed when a hurricane approaches, or a moisture field or frontal system from a low pressure system like we have here. This is now moving after about 5 days of sitting parked out here in the western, or rather the east Pacific. Also, we can see the chemtrails being sprayed over this moisture field right here. Those streaks. All right, so we have Tropical Storm John. This storm is forecast to move away from the mainland and then hook back north. Now, today we did see some tropical moisture moving into the Southern California area, and that generated no rain in the Los Angeles area. That in our area, the Doppler map is showing just a smattering of rain along the San Gabriel Mountains. Most of that rain is down in the mainland Mexico and up in certain parts of Arizona. All right, so, and as I say, the pressure has been pumped up. We saw the barometer rise yesterday morning up to 30 inches. Now it's up at 30.02 as we have a hurricane approaching. Now that is not normal. The barometric pressure should drop when we have a low pressure system moving towards our area. And of course, the exact opposite is happening. And that means that there is high pressure being installed in this area, which is what's happening. We're seeing these transmitters, which are disrupting the lift in these developing thunderstorms right here over the desert area of California. We see right here, nothing is developing in this area. We've got thunderstorm activity down here over the mainland Mexico right here. Now, all these are being targeted. Take a look at the blast pattern right around this developing storm right here. We can see a pressure wave right there and out on the east side as well. If we stop the loop and just scroll through, right here we see the pressure wave starting to develop on the east and west sides. We can see the pressure wave right there, and over on this side. This is how the thunderstorms are being prevented here in the southwest. And it's very effective. This area, our state is bone dry. We've got something like 120 million dead trees in this state. So when I call Jerry Brown a dingbat, I'm not normally a name caller, but this has gotten way out of hand. We're not peddling fake news here. The mainstream media is peddling the fake news. They're ignoring evidence that is being presented here on this channel, and so YouTube is now fighting back. they're going to label anything that they don't agree with as misinformation. YouTube has exposed itself as just another left-wing outfit that is. In other words, it's not a free speech platform. Let's take a look at the big map. This is the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop. We have Hector continuing to move westbound at about 18 miles per hour. We'll take a look at the map. This storm skirted right by the Big Island. And we'd like to hear from everybody on the Big Island. If the power went out, or if you had any wind, or just what. We'd like to find out what you know. We can see here on the water vapor map that this storm is being targeted. There is a blast pattern here. We see pressure waves shooting out of the leading edge of that storm. We can see some developing thunderstorms right over the Big Island. There are two 14,000-foot peaks on this Big Island. So we would expect to see some type of rain, precipitation developing on that island when we have a Category 3 hurricane passing immediately to the south. Right now that system is continuing to move due west. Okay, let's take a look at the hurricane map. Right now we see John off of California, or rather the Baja California coast, 60 mile per hour winds, 997 millibar pressure. We have 14 mile per hour movement to the west-northwest. Christie out here is a bit stronger with 70 mile per hour winds, moving north at 7 miles per hour. Now let's look at John's track. The next few days we expect to see John move to the west northwest right here, the northwest, and then hook north. Here's Los Angeles right here. We should be getting plenty of moisture moving in, and thunderstorms, which bring cooler weather and everything. And so that's all being denied. Right now we have hot, sultry, just awful weather with smoggy skies, smoke in the air. It's just unbelievable. And something has to be done about this. This is just really, really out of hand. We've got terrorists controlling our weather. Here's Hector, Category 3 hurricane, 125 mile per hour winds, 955 millibar central pressure, moving west at 16 miles per hour. Now the trek for Hector is to actually continue westbound, and then by Friday start to hook to the northwest. All right, so we see that there's been a large clearing made with high pressure, which will provide a path for Hector. This will be steered, and we have a very large low pressure system just to the northwest of Hector. Take a look here. This system will not be allowed to get anywhere near this thing here, because this could end up moving and catching the jet stream, what's left of the jet stream. Actually, I have not been looking at the jet stream map lately because there is no jet stream to look at. It's just it's been broken up, and there are just bits and pieces, but we have no continuity moving through the Pacific. So, but this storm here will not be allowed to merge with this low right down here, or right up there. Put the grid on. This is actually to the northwest, and so for the time being, this storm will just move in these waters here. Let's take a look at the temperature chart for this is the California coast. We can see the water temperature here is around 21 degrees Celsius. All right, let's go back and take a look at the Hawaii map right here. And we can see that we've got the islands right here, and we have some fairly warm water right in this area. As this Category 4 storm moved through these waters, we have 28-degree water temperatures all through here, which is about 80, 85, 86 degrees, I think. All right. You can see that blast pattern right there with that giant arc right there on the outside moving to the northwest. This is how they steer these storms. We've got high pressure installed You see sort of a straight edge form right there, and that will steer this storm along. That's what's happening. All right, looking at the western U.S. water vapor loop, we see that this surface to upper level low is now moving again after about 5 days. Got John right down here. This storm is being isolated. We see the high pressure being installed here. We've got higher barometric pressure in this area to block and redirect. Look at what's happening here. This should have a giant moisture field around it. It does not. So, things are happening which are not being explained on television. The fake news television will not touch. They're not allowed to talk about the weather and show the maps. We're relegated to cartoon weather. And looking here at the southwest map, once again, we see the what's happening. These are being blown apart. All this area is being superheated. Same thing here, right here. All right, that's just the short update, the usual going on. We'll just leave it right here. And the fake news media is attempting to call our channel and other people out there trying to bring truth to the public. We're being called climate deniers. That's just a lot of baloney. Okay, that's it.